rules are rules, but let's smash them all.
That's right.
Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can't ever break us down, cause we're golden. You got the devil in your eyes. You went and took me by surprise. Say what you wanna say, I won't go back. If you wanna hit the road, then let's go then. Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can't ever break us down, cause we're golden. They're about to see us glow, cause we're golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can't ever break us down, cause we're golden. They're about to see us glow, cause we're golden. Got the devil in your eyes.
I think why the Fader and the Gathering Music, our festival in Canada, connected is because our values are aligned. That's what you need to look for first. You don't go into pitch mode when you're trying to make a collaboration happen. You go into fit mode. And the Fader and the Fader Fort here at South by Southwest and the Gathering Music in Banff are very complementary. And we believe in finding talent and giving talent a chance. At the Gathering, we talk a lot about having big acts open for small acts, and we'll always do that. And we also do big acts in small venues. We want to give fans an opportunity to see an act they've wanted to see forever in a venue they'll never see them in again. And we've accomplished that at the Gathering Music, and they do that here at the Fader Fort. Just take a look, if you spin around, look at the people that have been here. We got Drake up there. We got tons of artists that are world famous, but then a lot of artists have been discovered here. And so, Fader Fort, I just want to give you much respect. Thanks for having us here this year. We love you. Can't wait to see you back in Banff with us next February, and I'll be here next year as well. Peace out.
I'm in Austin because I want to meet interesting people changing the world.
Yeah, people like me.
Absolutely. How are you changing the world?
Me? Just through community, man. It's my new startup, which we talked about last night at dinner. Communo is just, it's not a platform, it's not a network, even though it has those capabilities, it's a community. When you build a community, it's hard to compete with. It's literally almost impossible if you actually build it right, because then it just does its own job.
So when you think about people, like not just in the concept of corporations or businesses, but individual people, how do you think it will change the way they feel to be a part of this community?
Yeah, that's awesome. Because it's going to change their mindset that they can win too.
Yeah.
Because for I don't know, 50, 100 years, the big corporation always wins, and this uprising of the sharing economy is disrupting everything: real estate, marketing, obviously taxis. So I think it gives a bunch of confidence for the little guy in the individual. The agrarian age, remember where everyone had their shop?
Yeah.
And community just happened because we all were hustling. One's making bread, one's making, and that went away. We all worked for someone.
I think our health and well-being, because you know, I work on all these developments, large and small cities, as well as just smaller developments. And, you know, we want to create something people want to be in, but I think the important thing is this idea that the places we create can actually have a huge influence on the health and well-being of the people who live there. I mean, not just like walkability and exercise and engagement, but the notion mental health and well-being. This idea that we can be connected, we can talk, we can feel a part of something.
Dude, there's a 75-year study. Do you know about this? The Harvard study? 11 people have run it. So it's the longest study ever around happiness. And happiness does not come from wealth, although it's nice to have money. It actually doesn't even come from health. It comes from being connected and socially connected. So I'm going to send you that link because it's a beautiful study that shows what you're talking about is literally everything. That is health and well-being, especially mental illness is big now and rampant. I think it's even getting worse because technology is disconnecting us. Social media is a beautiful thing, but it didn't deliver. It hasn't delivered. And I think what you're talking about, we're going to start to get into this real life thing. I told you last night over dinner, I walked away from lots of money from investors that tried to cut out of my new startup Communo the buildings and the compounds. And I said, I'll walk away from the money because we'll just be like everyone else.
And how do you all create value that everyone benefits from? That's the point.
Let's go get a beer.
All right, cheers.
Good thing.
The trust, you build the relationship, you can brainstorm ideas and think about the next possibility for a future interaction and a future engagement.
And Scott's a special breed. I'm not just saying it because he's here. I got out of the agency business to start Communo because one reason why is because I think it's a great idea, but I started to not like my clients. 10% of my clients are great. I mean it. That give agencies the ability to do what they want. 90% of them just beat them down. And Scott's one of the good ones. I mean it, man.
Thank you.
And that's, but the good clients like that do good work. And so tell me like what your most courageous thing you've done in business. And it might take a second to think about it. What comes to mind when it comes to?
Well, there's the obvious things you think about, like hey, we took a price, took bet on the brand and took pricing when nobody else in the industry is taking pricing. I always say to our CFO, that's the power of brand investment, right? It allows you the chance to not only innovate into higher value or other categories, but it allows you to take pricing and command what the brand should be worth in consumers' mind. So that was one.
Well, let me riff on that.
Yeah.
Pricing is marketing. We went to school, product,
That's
price,
one of the P's.
but everyone
right?
talks about promotion, and it's just a small one. Pricing's more powerful. It's more leverage.
Yeah, that's one example. Then there's other times when you do it. You run an activation when you don't really know if there's going to be an ROI. You take a chance on an event where you don't know if consumers are going to share it or not. One time, recently we shot a Keurig ad, and I give my boss credit because we just turned cameras on real consumers. We spent a lot of money on a celebrity to engage with consumers. We had no idea what we were going to get. It was unscripted. So we had no idea if we were going to get anything we could use, or the consumer's going to say something positive or maybe negative about our brand. Maybe they'd talk about, hey, my Keurig broke. And we just turned it on. We got magic, but it could have turned out the other way around. You never know. Sometimes you just got to take those chances.
I love it. Well, we got to go. His team's calling him. Peace. This is Scott Moffat and Keurig.
Thanks.
Awesome.
I can't run too farther. I need love. I can't talk.
Bit of a crazy day. We got meetings with clients. We've got investor meetings for Communo. My investors are here. They came to hear me speak, so we're having dinner with them. Also meeting with sponsors for our music festival. So just a bit of a crazy day, but a fun day. I'm looking forward to it. And then heading to Fader Fort, which is going to be incredible. We're partnering with the Fader for the Gathering Music Festival next year. They were partners this year as well. It's exciting. And this all makes me think about what I've been telling the vlog this whole week, how happy you can be in your life when you measure backwards and dream forward. So, always remember, measure backwards, dream forward.